seconds right there. I would
No,
love to
that's
see some
okay.
cheese.
Ah, they're
Oh,
reverse. Wait, they are cheesing! They are cheesing! Jenny, they're
oh,
cheesing!
red buff level 1. This is just the classic G2 health strat right here. Ayo.
They absolutely are
Nice.
cheesing this up. Will Karina follow them to lane, though?
This is really bad for Lilia, because we were talking about how Lilia actually like one of the good things about Lilia, she kind of clears jungle pretty fast. She's gonna end up in her bot jungle and realize that she ain't got no red buff, so that's really gotta hurt. But we were talking about, I wonder what Lux took at level 1.
Oh, Cologne flash? That's another flash? Flash? Oh my goodness! That's a lot of summoners gone in the bot lane. Plander double sums down at just 2 minutes in.
Yeah, so pretty worth, I want to say, because that's double sums down for the Caitlyn as well as the flash gone for the Lux. I didn't notice whether she did take a Q or E actually at the level 1, because I didn't see if she Yeah, it's her E, which is why she didn't straight up Q when she saw the gank coming in, because she had already used up her skill point. And then they were not expecting the level 1 gank, so pretty smart move, I think, on the side of G2 Hell. We did say that they're probably going to focus a lot of attention for their Wukong towards bot side. I think bot side is really going to be the crux of this game.
No, absolutely. And we're talking about what Karina can do with the Wukong. I think it is more beneficial to her to actually snowball the bot lane that we're almost sure that is going to be dominating with Cultist. But now, oh my, Tifa has been doing a number here on this Orianna. Hewaz might be in trouble as Karina goes in, gets the flash out. 2 ganks, 3 flashes. Karina, so far so good. Overall, super net positive for G2 Hell's jungler.
Yeah, and the thing is, she's only like 1 behind. Oh, she's kind of pulling me out. Okay, so Lilia is still gonna be able to get it. Steamy still gets the Raptors. So right now Karina's actually about 2 camps behind. So the only thing is that she's just been putting a lot of pressure in the lanes. She hasn't been able to convert this into kills. So definitely, Orianna also blew both those summoners, so it would be a prime position for her to return gank mid or bot. The thing is, Karina needs to start getting some of those kills from either the assists or the kills, because she's behind in terms of jungle camps. So she's helping out her laners, but at the cost of herself. So that needs to, hopefully start paying off soon. Here she's back. She's back.
It is what you have to do. I mean, Wukong is it's a very, very high pressure jungler. Karina goes back in, level 3, still level 5 on Orianna, and there's no flash. Kawhi's overextends way too much, and the first blood belongs to Karina. And that is all the difference that you need.
That's just justice right there, man. Justice for Karina. We saw game 3 yesterday. I think when she was on the Wukong, it just after the first gank in topside didn't pan out.
Steamy? Okay.
Again?
Interesting attempt here.
So,
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I don't think they knew also that there was a ward towards the bottom side, but oh well. But yeah, it's just great for Karina that she's having to take an early level pressure. Steamy,
not the best engage from Cologne. I don't think she read the situation accordingly as Steamy comes into the bot lane and trades a kill. Ah, jeez, man. She didn't read it. She didn't read the situation.
Yeah, better to support than Kaltis. I think Kaltis kind of saw that one coming and then backed off, and then it was either like Cologne didn't really have time to back off, or she was like, I'll just sacrifice
Cologne had already queued
forward.
They didn't read the map. Cologne didn't read the map. She just queued forward. Haley's got caught.
It's a bit unexpected that because Steamy had just shown herself mid, and I think if you're just counting seconds, you're probably not expecting Lilia to show up for another few more seconds. Which also would have been bad if they decided to go for the 2v2, but that's kind of the thing about Lilia. She just moves around the map so fast. Sometimes you don't really expect her.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You're laughing about that? That's not nice.
I know.
What you got against this Orianna, man? Is it personal? Jeez.
No, it's not She's not D2 Hell. What are you talking about?
That's true.
Also, she's almost a full wave behind. Steamy.
She's
Oh,
back.
this is. Wait, Steamy is back. She's coming. Steamy's coming in the mid lane to try to help shove this wave in. So I guess this means that Kawhi's wants to go back. Or did they want to go play?
So
they want to go for a play on Dragon.
Yeah, also they just hit level 6, so I think Steamy's just doing the drive-by through mid lane and seeing if they could try to get anything done onto Tifa, but if not, then just shove in the wave really quickly, draw over their bot lane to come help, and then take this early 7-minute dragon. So, textbook rotation, I think, coming out from Hydra's right here. You can see, like, G2 Hell's bot side isn't really in a position to try and help either because their wave is only just now meeting in the middle, so they couldn't push out their wave fast enough. It's one of the things, like, laning assist. That's true. Yeah, she is stealing the blue buff over in the top side. The one thing that Karina is also doing very well is they just have a very clear read on the way that Lilia paths for jungle, which is also like very standard and very easily readable. So they kind of also know that the blue buff is going to be free right now. But going back to the bot lane, also like the matchup, the whole point of picking Caitlyn is so that you have a lot of early game pressure because she pushes out the lane very well. If you are playing on the team that has Caitlyn and you're not trying to push out lane to get early dragon, then you're kind of doing something wrong. So Hydra's, recognize this and they're playing it out the way they should.
So, a bit of a gold difference. Oh wait, no, Caitlyn did get the. Okay, cool. I was gonna say a bit of a gold difference, but not really, as they're pretty much even though that Plander has a kill on Colombe. They're pretty even in terms of gold, so still a positive outcome for G2 Hell. And the overall gold, we're actually still winning here. In the top lane, I concede, you're right. It's a wet noodle fight. Jesus Christ. Do something! Poke it with a stick, do something! Come on! Stop zooming in, there's nothing happening! Ruffles, Jesus Christ!
I mean, I feel like if you poke Scion with a stick, it's gotta be like poking Zac or something with a stick, right? Like, surely the stick just goes into their body and just, like, never comes out. I don't know why I think this, but, like, yeah.
I would just consider the stick on, like, if it's on Zac, I agree, but if it's on Scion, the stick just snaps in half, right? The Scion has girth.
I don't know. Oh wow, so do sticks, you know? I don't know. Depends on the stick, you know?
Well, this is derailing.
It's 2:30 in the morning. Cut me some slack. I have never poked a sleeping Scion with a stick. I'm gonna tell you that. But in the meantime, G2 Hell managed to pick up Shelly. They did have to draw a lot of assistance from the other members of the map, though. If you're looking at the minimap, you might have noticed Keltis actually had to walk through mid, then she walked through wolves before she went down into the bottom side. So just a couple of extra seconds here and there. It don't matter, though. She's still like half a wave up off of Plander. Well, they're pretty even. Plander's got a bunch more minions, so still pretty even over in the bot side. And however, though, she does have the Vamp Scepter for a bit more extra lifesteal in the lane, whereas Caitlyn does have the Moon Quiver and Pickaxe, so it is like that little bit of difference. Also, Keltis has the boots for the better sidestep past the CC that she's foreseeing will come like in the next couple of minutes in the early
call the Forge God! Orion in the mid lane just got absolutely ran over by the Arnolds. Alright, I'm down for that.
Yeah, big down. I'm big down for that. I mean,
that's an Orion that's not going to do much this game, you'd say.
Yeah, but that's the thing with like Orianna, even if she's behind, if she just lands a good shockwave, it buys so much time for the entire rest of her team. Like a good shockwave can pretty much win you a bad team fight. So that
they want the all-in, but the timing is wrong again. Colombe is gonna get hit by a freight train. No, both of them managed to dodge out the Scion. The unstoppable force does miss them both, but they do catch Colombe yet again. Messy fight as Karina flashes over the wall. They try to get him. The Cyclone! It is Cultist that takes the kill on Steamy. They trade 2 for 1 so far, but will they be going for the dive on Cultist? Sheeta. That's a big hit. That's a big hit. One more, and the kill is down. What was that dive?
Oh my god, I like killed my breath there because Lysia absolutely had to block that for Countess, or Countess would have been in danger. She actually Lysia walked to the left for me. I was like, oh my god, she's just gonna let her Varus die. What? But then she was like, wait, no, I got teammates, I got low health teammates, I gotta protect beta Gary, so she went back in. So good TP. They do make like this a 2-for-2 even trade. I think at the start of that actually also it was a very good sidestep from Lux. I know it's a G2 Hill watch party, we want to like support our girls, which we are, but I also want to point out that Lux had a very good like sidestep at the very start of the gank because she pretty much blocked the hook from Colomb. Like otherwise Caitlyn would have gotten hooked and then her support just walked in front of the hook for her so that Caitlyn didn't get hooked instead. I just appreciate that type of support behavior, you know, you're very self-sacrificial, you don't want your ADC to die, and she nearly died herself, so
Yeah,
well done.
no,
on her.
I know what you mean, but at the same time, I have to respect the Cyan because, like, that's a very Chad move from Cyan. Walk up from behind the tower, tank until you die, give no further context, and mute everyone on your team. That's a big knockup as well coming in from G2 Hell. They all line up for the final spark, though. Call the Forge God coming in a little bit late. Lysia is being harassed by Sheeta off the back as G2 are forced to back off. Cultiz and Colomb really, really low, but so far no casualties on either side.
Yeah, really, really scrappy. They really do want a position for this Baron, but because Tifa and Cultiz are both really low, I'm not sure if they can fight this one. There is no Orianna ultimate though. Usually you really don't want to contest any type of Dragon or Baron in the pit. Oh, Hydras are being chased off. This can't be right. It's a 5v3. Why would they back off?
This is fine because they have no cooldowns.
Back,
Unstoppable onslaught coming in. It's the clone that tanks it. That was amazing by Karina. They take the dragon, Hydras, that's 2 dragons for them as G2 start to collapse. This is the kind of fight that cost G2 Hell the game last time, but they're going to back off completely. They're not going to chase it out. Good call from G2.
Yeah, I think they were just like 8 seconds off from Colomb as well as Cultiz. Oh!
Huh. That's a flash from Plander. A flash from Tifa, and a solo kill from Plander.
Yeah, it's the flash for Flash, I think. So at that point, you know that like the last hit from Caitlyn is going to get it, so you flash, knowing that if she flashes, you die, but at least you trade the flash for flash, because if you don't flash, you're still dead. So I mean, you know, and then you kind of get the opposing AD carries flash. It's like the best thing in a bad situation, you know. At least it leaves her a bit more open for the next couple minutes for a gank.
Yeah, I guess you could argue that. Though you do, if you look at the minimap, you do see that Hydras are starting to set up vision for the upcoming heralds. Arena has not a lot of room to move around the map as it stands. Marcus has stepped on a lot of wards here, or at least a lot of wards in Karina's jungle, so they're going to be forced to back off unless they want to plan a fight here around the second herald. It's a tough situation. Karina has fight.
But G2 kind of know.
They absolutely
know. 2v3. They're pulling
all the Forge God is available
right now. Do they have time?
I don't know. Lysia on the Ornn. Smite comes down. The Herald is taken. G2 start a 4-man fight in the bot lane. They catch Sheeta, but they don't have enough damage to shred him down fast enough. Sheeta might be in trouble. They finally find the kill as Karina takes down Blander on the shutdown. And it's up to the zombie to finalize the ordeal. Hydras take the Herald, but lose 3 members in the process.
Yeah, and I think very good discipline being shown from G2 Hell, because usually you don't, I think a lot of teams run into the dilemma of, do you want to start the fight right before the other team gets the neutral objective? This time around, G2 Hell, we're going to let them take Shelly, and then we immediately start the fight after that. And you can see Hydras was like, they were not sure when G2 Hell were going to engage. After they picked up Shelly, they kind of backed out, but very split. So you saw Plander get soloed like around around the flank, and I think like Shieta was also like kind of towards the top side as well. So they kind of backed out in different spots, which made the collapse easy. But oh my god!
Do they really want that fight? Kalo might be in trouble. Dodges this Lux ult as we look back into the bot lane. Karina's there to help out Tifa. They're really committing to this, but Karina... Why would they... Okay. I do feel like G2L could have turned this around, but good call there. Being conservative, not going for the pick.
Yeah, I think because for Victor, he doesn't have a point and click stun, right? We talked about this yesterday also. His stun has a delay. The thing is, it's hard to see for ganks, but it's very easy to see for Sion because you can see him coming from a mile off. Plus, he's pretty much running at you in a straight line. So you saw Tifa just literally lay down her stun in front of her, and we didn't see the rest of like the gameplay because but I mean, you knew that the Sion was going to be right there. So for Sion, of course, this stun from Victor is going to be very telegraphed, so it is very easy to just kind of avoid the Sion in that situation and then just walk out. So well played. I think it's a very good like just natural advantage that the Victor has over the Sion.
So now we're reaching the 20-minute mark. I guess it's official that we're in the mid game. What can we expect coming into the mid game? Because this is usually where G2L are more like a little bit more lost in the map when it comes to the mid game.
I agree.
Do you think they could have fixed it until now?
The good thing for us is that we are more than 3,000 gold up ahead, as like, you know, we usually tend to be. A lot of it is Kalitus of being 3-0 has the bounty, has the 20 CS advantage over the Caitlyn as well, which is not something that you expect in the Varus versus Caitlyn matchup early on. So of course that is going great. Mid lane pretty even. Wukong, as we expected, because of just so much lane pressure, so much games happening, is a bit behind in terms of CS, but because she does have 2 kills, I think the gold is pretty even. And of course, the Ornn actually somehow has smashed the Sion in lane. So 5v5, there's not a... Oh, it didn't hit any of them!
All of the Forge God, up goes the Lux. Karina in the back, the Sion just melts to the hands of Cultist as Karina trades her life for the life of Marcusa, and that is a 3v4 favorable to G2L. They want to re-engage, but the rest of the Hydra squad is a little bit too healthy. Cultist, however, is still super well. Tifa is getting beefy as she walks up ahead in front of Hydras. He does not want to be there. Colo misses the hook. The shockwave is a tremendous spell to be used there. Kaiwise might be in trouble. Cultist is left alone. They trade spots. Tifa in the back does get the trade kill, but it's Hydras who come out on top on the double kill for Flander.
Oh my god, Tifa saw blood and went in there. Like, she knew that she could win the 1v1. The thing is, they're going to give up the mid tower because of this. I think there was a chance that you could still defend your mid tier 1 if Victor was still alive, because you have a lot of very good long range wave clear, but she just, you know, saw blood, knew that she could pick up a kill if she flashed forward, so she did. And Hydras are going to get mid-tier 1 and rotate this into their second Chemtech Dragon. Is going to be their third for the game. Oh, their first one.
It's their first. So far, Hydras have full control over dragons, and this is not looking great in terms of soul for G2L. But it can still change. They're slowly getting back priority on that bot lane. I mean, G2L is still leading by 3,000 gold. And late game doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, late game actually is very scary for both of these teams, even though G2L actually have a very good teamfight composition. Hydras also, they do have a lot of very good teamfight CC, but it's a bit harder to play the Hydras comp together because it requires your Orianna to land a good shockwave. Your Sion also has to have good target selection going in. Lilia as well, if she lands like a sleep from far range, that will kind of be the signal for them to go in with Sion. So it's a bit trickier for Hydras to play it out. However, both sides just have crazy amounts of CC that is going to make any late game team fight just kind of coin flippy in which side manages to focus the carries better. But going back to the earlier team fight also, where we saw the G2 Hell 5-woman squad in the bot side river bush. It was so sneaky because Hydra didn't have a ward in there, and Steamy knew. Steamy threw her sleep into the bush, but it missed all 5 members, so they did not know that the whole team of G2 Hell were in there. So that was a very sneaky start to the team fight earlier on.
Okay.
I love how Karina is being so like trigger happy with the emotes. She has the Annie emote this game too, which is just hilarious to me. She's just spamming the Annie emote. She's like, "Y'all banned it, but you know it might come next game. You know, just wait, just wait."
It can still come, yeah, for sure. But wait, are they going for Shell? No, the Baron. They're posturing for Baron. G2 looking to try to fight around the Baron Nashor. They know they're still leading here. They know they're ahead. But it's a close quarters fight. If Colombe lands a hook, it could result in a pick. That's what G2 need right now. They need good picks coming into this mid game.
Oh, was it the Wukong clone that actually tanked the sleep? That is really smart. That's like, you know, Wukong clone, LeBlanc clone that you use to dodge a lot of abilities like that. That was very nice, because I thought for sure it was going to hit someone, because in the choke points it's very difficult to dodge the Lilia ball that comes out from a bush. So very well played. Good reflexes. Are they gonna tank it for her? Yep, they are. Nice.
They really don't want
Always nice to see the tanky champs tank things like Caitlyn ult for their carries. You know, that's
do what they have to do. You know, do what they're meant to do.
In a team game, that is very nice to see.
I couldn't agree more. I mean, it's there, and Colombo is getting tanky enough, or it's starting to get tanky enough that there is that the Caitlyn ult is not a problem. But in a team fight scenario, like the problem that I'm seeing right now is G2 Hell are trying to look for a fight in every nook and cranny that they can, but they're not really finding it, so they're losing time in farm and potentially gold and scaling, trying to get a pick here before any big objectives. They're on the line here for the soul. They definitely don't want to lose pressure on that bottom lane. That's why they have it fully warded. They know exactly where Shida is, but they're sticking with 4 members together on the pick. Did you once again posturing topside for the Baron Nashor? Will they start it?
Oh.
They sacked the tower. They're going for Baron.
Oh,
they sacked the bot tower. Wait, what? What's the call here? Kenny, what's the call? Help me!
5-man bush again. Oh, that Lux ult goes completely wide, but Kaltus though is enchant down to half health. So if they, this is risky. Varus also has
teleport.
The shield bow Gwinsus though for this Baron. There's the unstoppable coming out.
Lizia, tank Scion like a good tank should. Karina on the front line as Drowsy pops the stopwatch, but Steamy's in trouble. Lizia tries to headbutt Steamy down, but gets forces to flash out as the sleepy balls are still burning down Colombe. The demonic embrace, man, and the Leandri's combo on Lilia. That's mean.
Yeah, I like just the way that G2 Hell have decided to itemize and play versus the amount of CC that Hydra has, because you saw at the start of that, it was Lizia who saw the charge coming in from Scion and just stood right in front to tank it for her team, and then you saw Karina as well with the stopwatch, because once the sleep landed on her, she just instantly popped the stopwatch for the duration of the sleep, because they know that this CC is going to come out. If they don't do things like this, then they're just gonna get taken down. So
yeah,
like I like the way that they're playing around as well as itemizing around this sort of thing, because they know that they can't let Tifa get hit, they can't let Kaltus get hit. Nautilus is also playing support. It would be risky for him to be on the front line. You don't really quite want that either. So Karina and Lizia, I think this time more so than other games, you're really seeing them stepping up for their team.
Now let's see what they can actually do, because Steamy is becoming a problem, and they have no magic resist to really tank her down. What?
Yeah, they're trying out mid once again.
They're just pushing in the wave. This could be good. Coloma's looking for a pick wherever she can find. Mostly giving support over to Karina's. Karina deep invading here onto the red buff as Hydras pick up on this and they start the Baron Asher. Sheeta tanking it up. The more they stay on Baron, they're pushing it really, really slow. The more they stay on Baron, the more resistances they lose, the squishier they get. The Baron is slowly but surely getting melted, and G2 are nowhere near this position to try and get it. Tifa is there. Call the Forge Out comes in. The Baron is smited, and Hydras have 5 Barons to play with. They find the Scion. The Lux ult is good. It catches 3 members, but the Scion is sacrificed once again. Trying to pick up any stragglers that they can find on the Baron counterplay, but unfortunately, they can only get the Scion off the back of that.
Yeah, I think a bit slow on the call of the Forge God, but the thing is, they could not have tried to engage faster because the rest of the G2 Hell squad weren't there in time. So even if you get a very good knockup timing, like before the Baron gets taken, you can't teamfight because the rest of the members still need a couple of seconds to get there. They only get one, which is the Scion, which really isn't the one that they're hoping to get because now he's 0-4. He's pretty much not worth much. And for Scion, your usefulness comes with your ultimate, right? So if you're 0-4, you still have your charge. Oh man.
We've seen this yesterday, on the exact same spots. Kalum getting caught off, recalling way too deep in the enemy jungle. Man, I mean, Shockwave is down, but it's back in a couple of seconds. It's 300 gold that falls in the pocket of Kaiwaz, who wasn't doing that great. Okay. It's a close quarters fight. This is good for us because Hydras are losing a lot of that Baron push. They're losing so much of that Baron push.
Oh, Shada's just gonna choose Countess around the side, so Countess is actually a bit slow. Oh, Karina dodges the Lux ult. It's still half health though. I'm not sure they want to dive this tower. I don't think that's the play for Hydras.
They don't, but they also
the cannon minion range to get damage onto the top side tier 2, which is not great. They're kind of just protecting the cannon minion. So GTL are going to back off for now. They're going to just say, you know what, we're going to sacrifice our top tier 2 because it's also a dangerous fight.
Pull the trigger
for them to take.
Pull the trigger! The Orin is out! What the? Lycia! Press R again! Call the Forge God! Fizzles away as the Ram isn't headbutted back. And now G2 are in a very, very, very awkward position because they have no primary engage. Karina's not tanky enough to sustain through. They do get the missile out on Planner, who immediately pulls back. Lycia there in trouble in the mid lane. They do have the Shockwave and 2 members combined with the final spark. Karina is down, but she will be back in a jiffy as the tower is down. Flash out from Karina off the back. Lycia trying to defend the mid lane from Scion, but tries to regroup now with the team. And once again, G2 dominate the early game, but the mid game is just weird. It's awkward.
Yeah, it's really a shame because they're so good in the laning phase, and actually come the end game team fights, they actually play it pretty well. Like, I think not looking at fights where, you know, they're obviously a lot of gold down, but just their decision making in team fights, when to go in, when to not, and like who to focus. They actually have a lot of those concepts very well. But I think, as you mentioned, just what we've been seeing, like mid game, kind of like not prioritizing the right neutral objectives or not knowing what to do with their lead, I think is maybe something that they will need to look at.
Perhaps. I mean, there's still a game to be played. Altus does eat the ace in the hole as the teleport comes through. Karina goes for the full engage. 3 members knocked up on the Hydra squad. Call the Forge God. Karina's down for the count. It's 1 kill so far in favor of the Hydras. Scion in the front line, really beefy, really tanky, but Cultist does not stop auto-attacking, does not stop dishing out damage as the rest of the squad tries to keep her nice and safe. Paloma a little bit late on the hook. Cultist still defended, still safe, has a lot of space, and G2L managed to work with it.
Yeah, I think one thing we're seeing is that it's just so hard to shred the front line for both these AD carries, but for Keltis in particular. Golem's gotta be careful right here. She knows, oh, she knows if she Hex Flashes in. Oh, this is gonna, yeah, she was like, IQ in, I die here, so Lizzie is going to go in anyway.
They need something. Lizzie in the front line. The Elder Dragon is in the pockets of Hydra, and Cultist immediately gets focused down. G2L get nearly aced. Karina responds in the meantime, but I don't think there's a lot to do. The death timer's a little bit too long. Hydras don't have a huge wave. This could be game for Hydras.
Yeah, this is probably the final push. Hydras know that they don't really even need to clear mid wave. They can just go straight through from top to pick up the towers. They don't even have to deal with Karina right now. They just kind of need to... Oh, Karina's gonna go in. Is this... Yep, that's not gonna be anywhere close to enough.
Unfortunate one. I mean, once again, dominating the early game, but I guess we kind of got